Alright, in this video, this is problem number 16 on the free ATI TEAS math practice test that you can find over at www.bcraftmath.com. Number 16, we want to solve the equation for x. You want to get x by itself on one side of the equation. And if you're just starting with equations, notice what I'm doing here is I'm drawing a line down through my equals. And basically when we move something across this line, we're going to have to do what's called the inverse operation. Now, assuming you're somewhat familiar with combining like terms, there is nothing we can combine over here. We cannot take 3 minus 4 because the 4 does not have an x with it. However, over here on the right-hand side, we can do some distributive property. 2 times 7x is 14x. 2 times negative 6, yes, I do refer to that as a negative 6. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. So we have 14x minus 12. Our goal is to get x by itself. Well, we have an x over here and an x over here, so what we need to do is get the x's on one side. Now, you do not have to do this step first, but I'm going to do it first before I move anything else. Some people will tell you move everything to the left-hand side. Some people will tell you move the smaller to the bigger. It does not matter. I'm going to move the smaller x to the bigger x. So notice here I am subtracting 3x from both sides. Why am I subtracting 3x? Well, look right here. 3x minus 3x is 0. Just like 50 minus 50 is 0. So it cancels out. We no longer have an x or a 3x or anything like that over here on the left-hand side. However, we want to be careful and make sure we bring down our negative 4. Not a 4, but a negative 4. Be careful with that. This is equal to, combine like terms, 14x minus 3x is 11x, and don't forget your minus 12 to come down as well. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you having the variable on the right hand side. Let's work on getting rid of these numbers over here with the x so that we can get x by itself. I recommend moving this first before you deal with the 11. For example, here I'm going to add 12 to both sides. Why am I adding 12? Well, negative 12 plus 12 gives you 0. It cancels out, very similar to what happened up here. Bringing down what we have left, negative 4 plus 12 equals 8. And that is going to be equal to the only thing we have left over here is 11x. Our final step to this problem to get x by itself is to divide. Because we want to leave the x alone, we only want to move the 11. Now, 11 times something gives us 8. That's what I'm seeing here. 11 times something. Well, the opposite of multiplying is to divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by 11. And therefore, our final answer is going to be 8 over 11 is equal to x, or you can say x is equal to 8 over 11. It does not matter which way you write the x. Even though you cannot have this type of calculator on the TEAS, you can check your work here by plugging this number back in. I'm just going to do it on the calculator to save a little bit of time. So what I've done here is I've taken 3 times that number we got for x, 8 over 11. So I'm taking 3 times that number minus 4. That's the left-hand side of our original equation. And when we plug that in, we get negative 20 over 11. Let's see if we get that for the right-hand side. So now when I plug it in on the right-hand side, 2 parentheses 7 times that number, so 7 times 8 elevenths, subtract 6. That's exactly what I have here. And notice we do get negative 20 over 11 on the right-hand side as well. That means the left-hand side and the right-hand side are equal when x is 8 over 11. This is the solution to our problem. This is just me checking my work up here. And there you have it, problem number 16 on the free ATI TEAS math practice test. And again, you can pick this up over at www.bcraftmath.com. And that's it for this video. I hope it helped.